Welcome home, where we provide information, inspiration, and motivator after motivator after motivator. Today we have my main man Cam Wilson with us. How you doing, Cam?
I'm not too bad. I'm feeling good and ready to get a good interview on, eh?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. How you feeling? How you feeling today? Talk about it.
You know what? Honestly, it's kind of rainy, but I'm kind of feeling in the mood to talk. So yeah, I'm excited, and thanks for having me.
Okay, I'm seeing some sunshine out there. That's what I'm seeing out there.
Well, it's a little cloudy, but we'll get through it. It's just rain. So
Right, where you located?
I'm in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. Yeah,
Wow.
just outside of Toronto.
Okay, what time zone is that?
It's Eastern Standard Time. It's 5:02 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. So tell the people how old you are, Cam.
I'm 17 and just turned 17 on May 11th.
Wow. You know, I'm really happy to have you on the show. I personally believe that 17-year-olds, they are part of the ruling force of the world.
Yeah.
You are beginning to take the reins of life. You're growing into adulthood and you're stepping out. You are very strong at this time. You are full of energy at this time, and all of that's going to go to great use as you pursue your endeavors. So I just want to I want to invite the people in the building to show this young man some love throughout. If you have some comments, you got some comments or some questions, drop them in because we're in for a great story today.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. So let's get right into it, Cam. What's it like living in Canada? Talk about that.
You know what? It's cold in the winter. I don't like the snow. I don't, but the heat can get very hot as well. But Canada, I feel like it's very, if you're known, you're known. You're known all around Canada. So I feel like, it's a lovely place to live, and I wouldn't move, not at all.
Wow. Describe a winter day in Canada.
Cold and lots of snow. Winter day, you're outside shoveling at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting ready to go to school, and the snow is the annoying part. But it gets hot too in the summer, so for sure.
What's it like when it gets hot there?
Oh boy, it's it can get up to 40 degrees Celsius. It can get very, very hot. We don't see that a lot, but it's disgusting when it's hot, and humidity is disgusting as well, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you been to America before?
I have not, actually. I haven't even traveled outside the province, so that's definitely on my bucket list to go out and explore the world. I really want to go places, though.
You know, as we begin to interact physically more and more, I'd like to see if we could connect with Lauren Michaels Harris and some others and see if we can get you involved in a few symposiums. If not, directly involved with the Pride Empowerment Network. So we'll definitely be in touch with you going forward.
That's awesome. That would mean so much to me, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one sister. She's adopted from Guatemala, and she's amazing. Her name's Jennifer, and she's an amazing sister. I wouldn't trade her for the world. So, yeah, and I have 3 brothers as well. They're older. They're in their 30s, but you know what? I have a big family. My grandmother's one of 13, so I got people everywhere. Yeah.
Wow, it's great. It's great when you have a big family because you have all types of people to keep up with and people to keep up with you. Speaking of family, I got my uncle in here today, Mr. Orlando. How you doing? Say hi to my uncle.
Hi, Mr. Orlando. How are you?
Yeah. All right. Did you tell me, Cam? Did you play any sports? You look kind of healthy.
Well, I'm a big hockey fan, so I played hockey. I actually had an injury to my neck playing football, so I can't really do too physical contact sports right now. But soccer is my big sport. I'm a goalkeeper for. So yeah, you know what? I'm very active. I'm always outside. I'm always playing sports, and it's good to get outside. It's good to get outside.
Absolutely. So you play soccer. You're a goalie.
Yes, I am. I'm a big dude, so
Wow. I mean, any hopes of getting back out there? Do you just play for fun sometime in your yard or in the community?
You know what? I'm always playing in leagues during this whole virus. You know, you can't really get out into a league at the moment. But I'm definitely, I can't wait to get back on the field for sure.
Right. Yeah, you're an athlete at heart. I can tell. I can tell. Like I said, you look healthy. Look like you can get out there and put some wheels up under your feet.
Well, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now tell me, did you play sports growing up, or were there other things that kept you occupied?
You know what? Sports growing up was my main thing. Definitely soccer and ice hockey. Those were my two main sports, and I always played them. You know, getting up at 6 a.m. to go to hockey and stuff like that. I'm always playing sports. So yeah, for sure.
What's the deal? What's the deal with all the fighting that goes on in hockey? What's that about?
You know what? A lot of people talk about a lot of people talk about the fighting in hockey. You know what? I feel it's just part of the game. I feel like, you know, physicality is just part of hockey, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's not really much else to say. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely part of the game. Right.
Okay. All right. So, you know, I want to ease people into what's going to be a great story today and a great silhouette of who you are. So I see you played sports. Did you do any other things? Do you do any art? Do you play music?
You know what? I am a musician. So I play guitar. Guitar is my main instrument. I play some piano. But I am, you know, my music right now is keeping me busy. That's you know, taking my time right now, and I'm working hard. I got some albums out, and
Really?
oh yeah, I got one album. It's called "Things Happen for a Reason," and that song. If you don't mind me talking about that song quickly.
Actually, we want to talk about not only that song but other parts of your catalog a little bit further down the line. But I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing that you decided to not only play a tune here or there, but that you actually became a musician and that you created a body of work. There's a lot of people in the world, Cam, who they've decided to do something with themselves, but they didn't actually create a body of work out of it. And so for you to have an album, you know, at 17 years old, it goes to show the power and the resiliency that lives in you somewhere, right?
Yeah, and absolutely.
We're gonna talk about that today. Awesome. When you go, I'm sorry.
I said awesome. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. That's awesome. So you play the guitar. Have you ever heard of BB King?
Oh boy, have I heard of BB King. I've heard of all of them. You know what? A lot of you know, BB King and Jimi Hendrix. You know, even though that's not really my style, they're definitely inspirational to me for sure.
Right. These are just some all-star guitarists that are good to know. So I want you to take a few notes as we have this discussion. I want you to look up a gentleman by the name of Johnny Taylor. Okay. Johnny Taylor. Okay. And that's a good one. BB King is another good one. I'm sure you've heard of Elvis Presley.
Oh yeah. The king of rock and roll, of course.
Yeah, I thought you might have heard of him. But you also want to look up Chuck Berry. Okay. Yep, you want to look up Chuck Berry and just look up guitarists of old. I want you to do some research into jazz because jazz is also foundations. Jazz is also foundations of music all around the world. You know, a lot of it comes out of the jazz genre. And then also, I'd like to know, what are some of your favorite rock bands? Rock.
Oh boy. You know, if I had to listen to some rock, I'd definitely listen to some AC/DC and you know, some Black Sabbath. You know the classics. But I'm definitely a country music type of guy for sure.
Okay. Country like who?
Oh boy, Randy Travis, Garth Brooks, Brad Paisley. Those, yeah. Oh yeah, those are definitely big inspirations for me for sure.
Wow, I'd say my favorite country artist is Garth Brooks.
Yes, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think he had a wide ranging craft, and I think he did a little bit of everything. And I think he had the type of sound that just it gets through. It expresses who he is and it gets through. So is country your favorite genre?
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like sorry about that. I feel like my voice is definitely accustomed to country. So yeah, that's definitely my favorite genre for sure.
How did you get into that? Now I understand country is your favorite genre. How did you exactly get into country music?
You know, I grew up listening to country. I grew up listening, you know, BJ Thomas and Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. And, you know, when you grow up listening to something so much, you're just going to grow accustomed to it. So I feel like, you know, if I grew up listening to rock, I would have liked rock, you know. But I grew up, my grandfather listened to, you know, BJ Thomas and Johnny Cash and, you know, Merle Haggard, all those artists. And, you know, you grow accustomed to it.
Right. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So as we wait for Cam to re-enter the stream, I'd like to let you guys know that this young man has overcome some particular circumstances that he's going to talk about today, and we're going to get into that in just a bit. Hey, Cam.
Yes.
All right. Glad to have you back with us. Now, can you name your top four? Name your top four artists of all time.
Oh boy, I think that would be. I think my top up there would be Randy Travis. He's very inspirational, just his music alone. And then me and my sister really like Brad Paisley. You know, we listen to him, we sing him. You know, Jason Aldean. He's also we listen to him all the time. And Luke Bryan for sure. I think those are my top four, just their style of music. And yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now, like I said, I think it's great that you decide to express yourself in music, but obviously you didn't just wake up one day and turn into this rock country star that you are today. What inspired you to actually pick up a guitar and start playing? What got you to that point?
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, I've grown up with multiple mental health, you know, challenges, as is everybody. You know, depression and anxiety has really got to me during my childhood and growing up. And I feel like I was trying to find something, you know, to put my feelings out and to, you know, express my feelings and express what I'm thinking. And I also found, you know, that I can write music and I can sing. So I kind of tied them both together. And when I'm having a hard time in life, you know, I write down my feelings and I turn it into a song. And I feel like with my challenges growing up, that just helped me even more and just motivated me.
Right. Now, when you say that you have mental health issues, and I think that we all need to get out in front of mental health. And I'd like to also say to you today that if you can get out in front of mental health issues and still pursue your dreams, I think that you are among the ranks of some of the best of us, right?
For sure.
But mental health, a lot of the time, has to do with the experiences that we go through as young people, and some of those experiences can be quite challenging. Can you talk about some of your more challenging experiences as a child?
Yeah, for sure. So I was adopted at the age of 18 months. And right off the bat, that plays a huge part in my life because I don't really know my birth family. And so, you know, things go through your mind. Where are they now kind of thing. And then at the age of 9, I have been diagnosed with FASD, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder.
Okay.
So basically my birth mom, you know, she consumed alcohol when she was carrying me. So that played a huge part in my life and gave me a lot of challenges. And I feel like, growing up, I've just had a lot of challenges. And at the age of 9, I was, my behaviors, you know, whether it was my anxiety, my anger, my depression, they really got the best of me. And because of that, I had to go, you know, into foster care and, just learn some new skills and, you know, learn how to better control myself. And you know what I mean?
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you were going from one foster home to another, all because somebody didn't like the way that you were behaving? How did that feel for you?
You know what? It really put through my head. Maybe I'm not worth anything. Maybe maybe I'm not supposed to be here. Maybe you know what I mean. It makes you think. You know, it's terrible. I don't really know how to explain it. It's
Wow.
just you jump in homes. It's not fun, and you got to grow accustomed to different lifestyles. Every every other year, you just jump from home to home to home, and you know what? It takes a big toll out of you for sure.
You know what? You're strong. I'm going to put that out in the beginning of this conversation. You're strong. All right.
Thank you.
How we have a question in the building. How long were you in foster care?
So I was in foster care from the age of 9 to I think it was 11, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2 years, and then my parents then adopted me at the age of 18 months. They regained custody, and I've been with them ever since. They are amazing parents. I wouldn't trade them for the world. I feel like I got taken out of the home, because of my behavior, but also because, I had some challenges around me that we just had to sort out.
Right. I want to encourage you also, Cam, and you're 17 now. So you've taken responsibility for the parts that you've played in your journey, which is amazing. But I want to let you know that when you have to move from one place to another, it's not you. It's people who have signed up for a position that they're not entirely equipped to fulfill. You understand? And so sometimes the system itself needs a little bit more tools. They need a few more tools.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, you didn't move because of you. You moved because of a broken system.
Yeah.
Do you know how many approximately how many youth are in care in Canada?
I have no idea. I know that it's a big number, and I know that a lot of people are going through and went through the same thing I did. And yeah.
Right. Cam, would you be surprised to know that there are approximately 447,000 youth in foster care in America?
You know what? I am surprised, but at the same time, I'm not, because of how broken the system is.
Right.
It's sad. It's a punch in the chest. That's just sad to hear. Yeah.
Now, as you enjoyed the time that you spent with this family that essentially came in and saved your life, were you ultimately adopted?
I was at the age of 18 months, I was adopted. And then from that adopted family, I went into foster care, basically again at the age of 9. But then I came out of foster care and went back to the family that adopted me at the age of 18 months.
Okay. And You see, that's an amazing story, because it's a story of new beginnings.
Absolutely.
And life is about new beginnings.
For sure.
I recently moved to a different city than I was living just last week, and I can tell you, as I start a new beginning, that in life you'll have dozens of new beginnings.
For sure.
And every beginning is a start to a new victory.
Absolutely.
A new victory. Yes, indeed. And that's what we're here to talk today about, is your victory lap. This is a victory lap for you. This is a victory lap for you. And so how does your mother feel about the fact that you decided to become a musician?
She's very supportive. Okay. My mom and my dad, they're very, very supportive. I know they know that I had that talent, and I think they were even more thrilled when I took it on, and I took on the challenge, and then I started making music. I think that because they know it's a great outlet, and they're super supportive, and I know they always will be.
Right. Wow. And so I assume your father feels the same way.
Yes. Oh yeah. They're very supportive. Yeah.
Does he play the guitar at all?
He does not. He's actually visually impaired. So he's he has some challenges himself, but you know what? He's a good guy, and he does stuff, that you wouldn't think a blind man would do. So it's he's my inspiration as well.
Right. Okay. Wow. So you're pretty much at it. You know, you are taking life by its horns. And I was listening to some of your music. By the way, everybody, if you just tuned in, we're talking to Cam Wilson. He has an incredible story. He endured life in foster care. He was adopted, and he's had several new beginnings that he's taken. And he's making the best out of them. Right.
Yes.
And he's from Canada. And so we have a neighbor here today with us, and I think that his story is just spectacular. This young man is going great places, and I was just getting ready to say, I've listened to some of your songs on YouTube. You've got away with the ladies.
Do I? I mean, it hasn't shown yet, but I mean, if I do, I do.
It sounds like you've got the lyrics for the situation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You know, my music is very, you know, I talk about my life in all my music, whether it's experience that has happened to me or experience, you know, some songs, you know, that I want to happen. And yeah, for sure.
Wow. If you could describe your presence as an artist on stage in one word, what would that one word be?
Fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you, and why do you say that?
You know, I'm very energetic. You know, if I'm up on stage, you're having a good time. You know, I'm going to get the crowd into it. I'm going to be singing some good music, and I'm just going to be having fun myself. And if I'm having fun, other people are having fun. Right. So, you know, yeah.
You're not going to be one of those artists who just stands in the middle of the stage and does your entire performance in the middle of the stage.
No, I don't stand in one spot and staring. No. I'm fun.
Okay. Talk to me about what we're going to get out of a Cam Wilson concert.
You know what? Talent, but also a story. Okay. I feel like my life and my music is definitely reflected. And I feel like it's just one big story. I feel like because, you know, I've had such challenges, I feel like if you're sitting in front of me, listen to my music, you'd feel it and you'd hear it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Are you writing now? What are you writing now? What are you working on these days?
You know what? I'm working on my new album. Hopefully it's going to be dropped by August. But I'm excited. I'm always in the studio. I'm always writing music, and I'm always singing. You know, I'm singing in the shower and I'm singing in the studio. So
let me ask you, do you sound as good in the studio as you sound in the shower?
You know what? Some people say that. I think I sound better in the studio because I'm putting my heart into it.
Hey, that was the only right answer to that question, just so you know. Tell me, Cam, where can people find your music?
You can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. Just type in Cam Wilson and there I am. Yeah. And then also on YouTube, I do a lot of covers on YouTube. And that's Cam Wilson Music Official is my channel name. Okay.
Wow. You know, I like to let people know that Cam's music is out on all platforms. And so you can actually support this young man by downloading his album. You can download several pieces of music that he's created. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of soul in this young brother's music. I think that it's great. And I'm looking forward to his new projects. What's the name of the new album?
Actually, I don't have a name yet. I don't have a name.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not spoiling anything, so
yeah. You know,
I'm not spoiling anything, and you know what? I'll go, but for right now, no spoilers.
sometimes it's good to save something for later. You don't always want to put it all out.
Exactly.
In fact, a wise woman once told me, she said, always put something up for tomorrow.
For sure.
Always put something up for tomorrow. We got a couple comments in the building, and we're going to put them up on screen so that you can react to them. Liam Gibson says,
my boy, Liam, yes. How's it going, Liam?
Yep, glad to be watching this. Guess what? Guess who else is here?
Oh, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, and then we have Lenice Lee says, the light has come for you. God bless you.
You know what? It has come for me, and I'm ready to be sharing my music with everybody.
I want you to talk about that. This is an opportunity for you to let the world know who you are and what you're doing. And you do have a light inside, and it's bright, and I can see it. People in the audience can see it, and I just want you to know that you continue to grow that light, and you grow that light until you become a star. Today is a new beginning for you, growing into the star that you are.
For sure.
Absolutely. And then we also had Landis Marcel in the building, who said she's going to check you out, Cam.
Yes, I'm gaining new fans. I love it. I love it. That makes me feel amazing, just having people, just having people listen to my music. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Landon Farrow said, yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's up, Landon? That's another one of my boys. Yeah.
Hey, let me let you guys know. Later in the show, we're going to have a live performance by Cam Wilson. I want you guys to like this stream, share this stream, and let everybody know that Cam Wilson is going to be performing live right here on America's Next Motivator.
Yes. Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. If you could talk to me about what was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome to get to where you are today? I want you to be.
You know what? That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But I think it would honestly be people saying I can't do it. And showing them that I can. It feels amazing. I feel like growing up in school, I had a lot of bullies. Because of my mental health, and because of there's been a lot of people that said I wouldn't do anything. And so the fact that I'm doing something, it's just, I just can't wait to get out there and to show those people that I can do something.
Hey, you're out there, Cam. You're all over the country right now.
For sure.
Yeah. Here on America's Next Motivator, we are letting the world know that you exist. We're letting the world know that you're cool. We're letting the world know that you're putting the work in, and we're letting the world know that you're coming. All right?
Yeah.
People in the places that you feel bring you down in life, that distract you, are in fact equipping you to launch forward, to grow and move up and forward. I want you to repeat after me, Cam. Say up, and forward.
And forward. As you
go up and forward, always remember, success is a choice.
It is.
At every step of the way, success is a choice. All right. In addition to that, talk to your friends. You have plenty of support in the building. You engage in counseling. Keep strong relationships with your family, and you're going to be just fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pamela Freeman says, "You're doing great, Cam. You got this."
Thanks, Pamela. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. What do you know? All right. So, now that we know that you've overcome some adversities and you're a soldier, my man, I want you to tell us, where do you see yourself 2 years from now?
You know what? I see myself just making more inspirational music. I feel like showing the world what I got, and just keep doing it. I feel like if I can get seen by the right person, I can really go somewhere. And I feel like, yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm just going to be making inspirational music for everybody to hear.
Absolutely. Sounds like a victory lap to me here, guys. I want you guys to stay tuned. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back with our main man, Cam Wilson.
Yeah.
And we're back. Yeah, welcome back. I want you
Thank you.
without a doubt. Let's get some heart, some applause for Campbell, everybody. And if you could, hey, Cam, I want you to talk about who would be your ideal, if you could work with one artist in the world, who would that artist be and why?
Oh boy, that's a very tough one. You know what? I think I would have to collab. Oh boy, I think it would have to be Ronnie Millsap. He is a country Hall of Famer actually, okay. And it's my mom's favorite musician. And you know, we've been to concerts. He's just so inspirational to me, especially again because I've grown up listening to him. I feel like it would have to be Ronnie Millsap for sure.
Wow. Okay. And would you guys actually create a song together, or would he do some of his songs? You do some of yours?
You know what? I'm always covering other people's songs, but I would love to collab in one song for sure. Create a song together, and I think that would just mean the world to me. That'd be life-changing.
Wow. Okay. The reason I asked you that is because it's important to speak the things that you want to see into existence.
For sure.
And so you want to talk about that. You want to say, hey, one day I'm going to collaborate with this gentleman and we're going to work together. We're going to do great things.
Exactly.
Right? There's other aspects of life that you're going to have to talk about before they happen as well, because those are the sorts of things that tell the universe that you want a response.
For sure, yeah.
Without a doubt, you want to tell the world the things that you want to see happen in your life, and then you want to look for the response.
Yeah.
And those are the types of things that we want to work on. I want you to talk to me about your songwriting process, because you know, I've seen some of the songs in your catalog. You've got some pretty powerful titles out there. How do you come up with the names for your songs?
You know what? The names for my songs are usually actually the last thing I come up with. Okay. Yeah. So when I'm finished writing a song, you know, I would look for pieces in that song and what makes sense, whether it's an inspirational title, whether it's, you know, a repetitive word in the song, you know, and that would be my title. And I really work on getting an inspirational title so that people listen to it and feel that inspiration that's coming out of me.
Right. Okay. And do you have a song structure? Do you write a chorus? Do you write one verses, two verses, three verses?
You know what? So every song's different, really, for me. But I do what I would do is I would write the music first, whether it's the tune, whether it's the beat, and I'd put lyrics to it. So it's usually, you know, a verse, then a chorus, then a verse, then a chorus. And but everything has to connect. And I feel like everything has to connect with my life, either whether it's what I'm thinking, what I've been through. You know what I mean? It's just it's a long process that takes time.
So you put a lot of time and effort into your music, which
absolutely
I think all great artists do. And it's that level of resonance that you want your audience to have, because, you know, for me, when I listen to somebody, whether it's a rock band, because I like rock music. In fact, I like several rock bands. I don't know if you've heard of them, but you take a band like Taking Back Sunday.
Okay.
I listen to their lyrics, especially earlier, let's say 6 or 7 years ago. The old stuff is what I'm into. A lot of their lyrics, they're talking about things that are happening in your life, and they're talking about things that you're going through at the time. And I remember a lot of those lyrics to this day. And so, you know, that's one thing about music that I think is just universal, how it's therapeutic. It's so therapeutic. What do you think about
Absolutely. It? No, you know what? Absolutely. I feel like music is a great outlet, especially that, you know, for people that have went through some stuff. And it is therapy. You know what? It makes you feel good about yourself, and everybody wants to feel good. Right. For sure. Everybody never mind if you need to feel good, because if you're feeling good, you do stuff, you know, you're motivated. If you're feeling good, you're going to be the next America's next motivator.
That's right. Yeah. Everybody needs to feel good. That's a fact. You know, I'd never given rock and roll a shot until high school. And when I gave it a shot, my mind was blown. And for any of the young people who might tune into this episode either today or in the future, you know, I want to encourage you to listen to other forms of music than what you're used to, because rock and roll is it's emotional. It expresses things in ways that you might not have ever thought of expressing them before. And the same thing with country music. You know, sometimes when you're having issues in your life, there's all types of solutions out there, but what you really need is some good music. Yeah,
for sure.
So I want you to what would you say to a young person out there who wants to be a musician but doesn't know where to start? What would be your advice to them?
I think that's a tough one, because I think everybody has to start somewhere for sure. Mm-hmm. I think it would definitely be pick an instrument and stick to it, put your mind to it. Okay. And you can do anything that you put your mind to. That's what I did. You know, I put my mind to music, and I'm making music. So I feel like for everybody that doubts themselves, don't, because you can do anything that you put your mind to for sure.
Wow. Lanice Lee says, heaven has opened for you, Cam, and your voice has been heard by the universe. She rejoices for your life and your new beginning. So it is.
That's amazing. That just makes me feel absolutely amazing.
Yeah. That's what your decision to become a musician is doing. You're inspiring people around the world, and that inspiration is going to be given back to you in the form of happiness.
For sure.
Without a doubt. Also, I want to talk to you a little bit about next steps in your career. So are you planning any live performances, any virtual performances?
You know what? I haven't yet, but I really want to get out and start performing at places just to get my music heard to a wider audience. You know what? Honestly, yeah. There's a lot of next steps that have to be thought about. But I feel like if I get out and, when all this virus and, some places are still locked down or whatever. So when all this is done, I definitely want to get out and playing some music.
Okay. Well, I want to actually take this time, Cam, to have you get out your guitar.
Yes. All righty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a live performance by the one and only Cam Wilson.
So, yeah, for sure. So the song I'm going to be singing is on my album called Things Happen for a Reason. The song is called Things Happen for a Reason. And you know what? It talks about when you're down in life, picking yourself up and just moving through it. And, just rising above your emotions, and you can really do anything if you put your mind to it.
Without a doubt. Let's hear it.
Alrighty. All the stuff that I've been through, no word of a lie, I've been beat down and broken. These tears that I cry, you will never see me cry again. I've got no tears left, I've been hurt too many times. I won't let this get me down again. I will rise up above it, and I will talk to my friends. They had a good life, why can't that be me? Oh, 'cause things happen for a reason, you see. The day that things changed, I thought I was going to end. I was so done with all of it. But I had some good friends. When I broke for the last time, it was coming to an end. This is what I said. I won't let this get me down again. I will rise up above it, and I will talk to my friends. They have a good life, why can't that be me? Oh, 'cause things happen for a reason, you see. I won't let this get me down again. I will rise up above it, and I will talk to my friends. They have a good life, why can't that be me? Oh, 'cause things happen for a reason, you see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I think that was great.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That song's really close to me, and just sharing it with the world, I think, you know what, that just means so much.
You know, listening to that song, when you're saying that you were beat down and broken, that means a lot to me to hear you say something like that, because, you know, I can identify with that. And I believe that thousands of young people and thousands of adults in the world can identify with lyrics such as those. People feel like they've been beat down or broken, but the objective in life is to pull yourself back together, or to get with your family, or get with your support network and get yourself back together. And so those lyrics just, you know, they hit me in my soul, man. And I think that you've got something there. You know, a lot of people are in the building, and they're feeling your voice, and they're feeling your music. And I'm telling you, Cam, you got something. That is an amazing song. That's an amazing song. You got anything else for us?
I mean, I could play something else, yeah.
Listen, when you do a live performance and you're called on the spot as an artist, be prepared to play, my brother. So let's get one more selection from the great Cam Wilson, and then we'll move on to our last segment of the show.
Awesome. All right. Is it cool if I play a cover?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. This cover's close to me. This is one of the first songs I learned on guitar. And I think this is just one of my favorite songs to play on guitar. This is called Knives of New Orleans by Eric Church.
Okay.
Yeah, I give this last Ringgold dollar in my pocket that hurts. A hammer and bites. I can go and do something, grow me some wings, fly out of this quarter tonight. You're not every man with a TV. You see any man with night clothes in my face. In the last 30 minutes, I've gone from a person of interest to a full-blown manhunt underway. I did what I did. I have no regrets. When you cross the line, you get what you get. Tonight a bleeding memory is tomorrow's guilty vein. You're all burnt out on a faraway seawall, scream across the poncho train. I'm haunted by headlights and this crimson city breeze. One wrong turn on bourbon, just like the nights of New Orleans. And I go dodging bullets in all of these alleys, just looking for my getaway keys. Wrapped up in the night, hiding out in plain sight. This grid's getting tight around me. Ain't no getting out that I can see. They'll take me down, or they won't take me. Tonight I'm cleaning memory. It's the morning of guilty pain. Your auburn hair before I see you all scream across the poncho train. I'm haunted by headlights, ooh, in this Christian city breeze. One wrong turn on bourbon, it's like the nights of New Orleans. Thank you.
Wow.
That song's really close to me, and I just love having the chance, to just share my music and to sing, and to sing for people and just share.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Cam, I can see you on stage. You're going to be on stages all across the country, rest assured.
That'd be amazing. I'd love that.
Yeah. So, let's talk. I want to know a little bit more about you, Cam Wilson, because I can see that you're going places, and I can see the star potential there without a doubt. I want you to talk to me about who you are. I want you to talk to me about who you intend to become.
You know what? The person I intend to become, I feel, is just an inspirational artist. There's some artists that just play music for fun, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm playing music to one, share my story and to speak to people and to speak to people's hearts. And I just want to be motivational, inspirational to others. Whether they're young or old, I just want to inspire.
Wow. I think that makes you a special person to want to give back in that sort of way, and to just be, just to want to be that sort of a helper to different people around the world. Mm-hmm. Would you like to have children someday?
You know what? I do when I'm ready for them.
Right.
I definitely, you know what? Yeah, for sure.
So let me ask you this. What's next for Cam Wilson?
Oh, what's next? I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, inspiring, and I just want to inspire more people. I just want to inspire more people, and speak to people. I'm gonna work on this album that hopefully will get dropped by August, and until then, I'm just gonna keep inspiring and sharing my story.
Wow! If you could express yourself in 3 words, what would they be? You can take a second to think about it.
Yeah, you know what? Express myself in 3 words. Fun, challenging, inspiring. I think those sum up my character in my life for sure.
Wow. All right. You set a precedent today by joining us here on America's Next Motivator. Because youth in foster care, from my perspective, are developing different talents, and they're using them to express themselves. And I've long had a belief that youth in foster care have a variety of talents, and that if we create a showcase for those talents, that we would have a melting pot of inspiration and motivation, art, comedy, and all sorts of things that could just uplift people. And so you're a member of a very special crew. And always remember that. And always remember that there's going to be young people who are going to be looking up to what you're doing. They're going to be looking to you for a message. And you've already got a message in your music. You're already off to a great start. And I just want to encourage you to keep up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep that journey alive. Keep researching people. Keep listening to new music, learning new music, writing new music, and getting more and more technical, if you will, about what you do. Right?
Sure.
Do some studying. Go back and rework a craft. You know what I mean? sometimes in my life, I go back and I rework on things. I go back and I go back and I read a book, or I go back and I write something new, or I go and have a conversation unlike any I've never had before, which is sort of what you're doing today. You're having a conversation with somebody that you've never had before. And it's these types of moments that grow you into the man that you'd like to become. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we're here with Cam Wilson. Cam Wilson spent years of his life in the child welfare system in Canada. He was adopted at the age of 18 months, and he's had new beginnings along the way. Cam Wilson decided to turn his life into a musical career and a musical example for others to follow. And today we're here to commend him on that. Cam, I want to give you an opportunity to talk to your parents, if you will. I want you to give a message to your parents and your mentors, the social workers, everybody who's helped you along the way. What would you say to them in this moment, if you could?
You know what? I think I would honestly say I just want to thank everybody for supporting me. My friends, my mom has been there for me. I don't think I would be on the journey I am today without her. She knows, that her for sure. She has motivated me the most to keep it up. I feel like all the, social workers, all the counselors, again, they've all just motivated me to just keep going and not stop. I feel like all my friends right now, I only have a few best friends. Liam, we just saw, he's there for me. He's supporting me, and I don't think he'll ever stop. And I want to thank everybody for that. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I do without fans and people that support me.
Without a doubt. Listen, I think that life happens in 3 phases. And I'm going to ask you about those 3 phases. I just want you to provide a thought. If you don't have much of a thought, you don't have to be elaborate. But I at least would like to have you answer what you think about it. What is survival to you?
You know what? I think just, stepping across, your barriers and overcoming your obstacles in life. I feel like if I understand the question correctly, I feel like that's what I would say.
Without a doubt. I think that's a great answer. That's a great answer. There's a lot of people in the world today who they need to take a step across the threshold of possibility in their lives. Sure. And so that's what survival is about. It's about getting across those types of thresholds. Let me ask you this. What is success to you?
You know what? I think to be successful, whether you have a career or not, I think it's achieving your dreams. I feel like if you've achieved your dreams and you're energetic and you put your mind to what you want to achieve, I think you've been successful.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's a great answer too. What is greatness to you?
Again, I think greatness is achieving your dreams, putting your mind to something, doing that thing and achieving it. I feel like everybody has greatness in them. It's yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you know much about me, but I grew up in the foster care system as well. Okay. And I spent 8.5 years of my life in foster care before I was adopted at the age of 15. And I had a variety of experiences in foster care. And as I decided to become a motivational speaker, because that's one of the other hats that I wear, is that I'm a motivational speaker, I would tell my story. And as I got into the age bracket of between 17 and 25 years old, I realized that I am more than just my story. My story is a part of my survival. It's what I lived through. But in that journey, I realized that I had some things that I also needed to work on in my life if I was going to get to the next phase of my life. And so that's what I call the success phase. And so your story is not the entirety of you. What you do out of that story
Absolutely.
is the beginning of the rest of your adult life.
Absolutely.
And so as you make those decisions to grow into a higher, better, stronger form of yourself, just like you're doing today, Cam, that's when you move into an era of greatness. Now, trust and believe me, it does not have to happen now. It does not have to happen next year or even 2 or 3 years from now. But if you understand that life happens in phases and that each moment is just another moment
For sure.
on your journey to greatness, then you can't be held back by anything. You can't be held back by the word no. You can't be held back by the phrase, I don't think you can. You cannot be crippled by the philosophy that you're not good enough. You will not be broken by the mentality that Cam Wilson does not have what it takes. You will not be stopped as you plot your course as one of the greatest performers of your art that our generation has seen. You will not be stopped. You will not be held at the gate. You will not be stopped by the coronavirus. You will not be stopped by any form of social distancing. You will not be stopped by any of the challenges or adversities that may very well be coming your way. Because you're strong, Cam, and you express yourself and you provide music that not only heals you, but it heals other people. And
absolutely.
So today, Cam, I want to respect you. I want to let you know that I admire you. I'm looking forward to your successes in the future. You've always got a home here on America's Next Motivator.
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Without a doubt. And I want to let the world know that you're making your mark in this world. You're making your mark in your generation, and you are a role model for others in the respect of yourself as a musician.
Absolutely. That means the world.
Yeah. I want to welcome you to the Pride Empowerment Network. And I want to let you know, as of today, you are one of America's next motivators, right up there with the other greats.
Yes, that means so much.
Without a doubt. And so be sure at the end of this broadcast, because we are broadcasting all over the world and you can possibly be seen on 250,000 screens across America, to drop the links to your YouTube channel, your videos, your commentaries, and your work right there in the comment box, and wave goodbye to all your friends and family. That's it for today.
Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I just want to thank all for supporting me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having you. Thanks for being here today. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you, Cam.
Thank you.
Bye.